Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing today? Well, grab your coffee, maybe some chocolate, because you just never know with me. There's a lot going on this morning, this afternoon, okay? We have some breaking news. I don't know if you are aware of what's going on in Arlington, Texas right now. There was an incident at a high school. The Mansfield ISD gave the all clear late Wednesday morning after an active situation at Timberview High School in Arlington, Texas. I know that I have a lot of subscribers in Texas, so please keep an eye out. Okay, this is a bolo for you guys in Texas. Shortly after 11 a.m., the all clear has been given at Timberview High School, and Mansfield ISD's reunification process for those families has been solidified. Students are being safely escorted right now onto buses. Officials said 4 people were injured. 2 of them were gunshot victims. Police said 18-year-old Timothy George Simpkins, that's Simpkins, is the suspect. So far, they believe there's only one suspect involved, and they are looking for him. He may be driving a 2018 silver Dodge Charger, license plate P as in Paul, F as in Frank, Y as in Yankee, 6260. Arlington police said the shooting started when there was a fight between students. One of the students pulled out a boomstick. They released the MISD released a following statement. Arlington police and other neighboring law enforcement agencies are investigating an active shooter situation at Timberview High School. The school is currently on lockdown, and students and staff are locked in their classrooms and offices. No visitors are being permitted at this time. This is still an active investigation, so further details are not available at this time. The district will send an update when more information is available. Okay, so for those of you that live in Texas, you know my email is always in the description box below. So if you would be so kind as to send me updates, okay? Because I don't always get updates I know there's live streams and stuff like that going on, but they don't always, it's MSM for crying out loud. They're not always going to give you what you're looking for. You know what I mean, right on? So, I will put links in the description box below for everyone, okay? There's some other things that I wanted to talk about, okay? I want to talk about food shortages. That was the main thing that I was going to do my video on today. And then my channel moderator, Tara Douglas, she called me this morning and said, have you watched the news? And I'm like, no, what's going on? I just woke up. And she's just like, turn on the news. And she sent me links and everything. And that's how I know about the active shooter. So before we go on, let's all keep, these families and these students in our thoughts and our hearts and our prayers today and always, okay? Because we all have kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews. And to be in the shoes of those parents right now is horrifying. So let's think about them for right now, okay? So the major food shortages that are coming to the United States, okay? Yesterday we spoke about the shortages that we are seeing in the baking aisles, now in the baby aisle, okay, or baby section, if you will. Coffee, okay? Now, the major food shortages, if you've recently been to grocery stores, even shopping online for groceries, it's getting more and more difficult. Last night, myself, I was on Sam's Club. I do a lot of shopping at Sam's Club. And I was just looking to fill in my gaps. And everything that I needed to fill my gaps in with, out of stock. And I'm like, ooh, okay. Well, what can I use as an alternative to fill in that gap? Okay, that's out of stock. Another option. Okay, that's out of stock. What's really going on? So you probably noticed empty shelves, which I know you have. You're emailing me. You're saying it in the comments. Many people are unable to buy everything on their shopping list. And it's not always because of a shortage of funds either. It's because we can't find it. Unfortunately, experts, or so they call themselves experts, are predicting that food shortages across the United States will get much worse over the next coming months. And we've been saying this for how long? Now, supply chains are collapsing due to labor shortages and delays in logistical operations. According to The Guardian, a record-breaking flotilla of container ships is waiting to unload goods. With the holiday season approaching, companies across the U.S. predicting shortages and price rising for everything from, your artificial Christmas trees, right? And sporting goods to Thanksgiving turkeys. You saw the price of that Thanksgiving turkey at the Publix grocery store, $106 for a Publix turkey. And no, it was not organic or grass-fed. It was just a turkey. Okay? Retailers are warning that basics, including toilet paper, I know, here we go again, right? Could once again be in short supply. So, because you and I are of the prepared mind, we don't have to rush out and buy 18 packages of toilet paper. We can go, okay, let's pick up one more pack or two more packs. We're good. But there's those of us who have family members that still haven't woken up yet. So we have to now think about those family members or even friends who haven't woken up and say, should we start to prepare for them? I know, touchy subject, I know. But I know a lot of you do. So there's a lot to think about here, okay? Now, sure, container ships are responsible for getting food and other goods from other countries to the United States. But what about products that are already in the U.S.? Sadly, excuse me. Sorry about that. I had to pause from filming. I got a phone call. So anyway, sadly, worker shortages are still an issue, okay? Quoting an article published by CNBC, the container ships off of the coast of California don't have the longshoremen to unload them, okay? A shortage of truck drivers, a problem that existed pre-pandemic, but one that has only worsened since, means goods can't get from the ports to the warehouses to then find their ways to the retailers and the consumers. There's also a massive shortage of, get this, aluminum. So, the aluminum for the cans, like for our canned goods, okay? Aluminum foil, for cans of soda, things like that, okay? And while you may not initially care about a metal shortage, like, people who are not of the prepared mind are not going to put two and two together, okay? It has an enormous impact on many items in the grocery store, like what I was just talking about. After all, soups, okay, sodas, many other products that are packaged and sold in aluminum cans. Therefore, experts have warned that some grocery stores could have empty shelves for a very long time. So what does this tell us? Okay, now it's going to be like lesson number 1, kids. Okay. This is like we're in school right now. Okay. What have we learned from Teacher Autumn, from Miss Autumn? Okay. So fill in your gaps. Get your inventory out. Okay. Fill in your gaps, because with the with the shortages that are going to be long term, let's fill in our gaps, okay? Because when they say long term, what is long term? What do they consider long term? Could it be a month? Could it be 3 months? Could it be 6 months? Could it be a year? Well, let's plan on a year. Just saying, let's plan on that. Let's not just say, oh, well, it could just be 2 weeks. What's the saying? Plan for the worst, hope for the best. So what could be possibly the worst? Not eternity. Let's not even go there. Let's say a year, okay? Even 6 months to a year. Let's just put it that way. So let's go out. Let's get our inventory, okay, in our hands. Let's fill in our gaps. That's what I'm going to be doing today. I was on Sam's Club website last night. Out of stock. Even if you're just grabbing if you normally buy like the big cans of something, like the big cans of yams and the big cans of the Veggie-All and the big cans of this and if you have to get the smaller cans, get the smaller cans, okay? Let's not go overboard, but let's just try and do, okay, what we can. So, for example, Brian Bork, that's Bourke, he's the Chief Growth officer of SECO, SEKO, Logistics. And he said, it's going to get worse again before it gets better. We all know this, okay? Global supply chains are not built for this. Everything is breaking down. It is. America is not the only country facing major supply chain crisis. The United Kingdom is bracing for a permanent, I'll say that again, a permanent food shortage. So for my friends and family and subscribers in the UK, you guys have to really amp up your preps, okay? Now, and this is according to reports that is published by the BBC. Now, the UK shopper and consumer could have previously expected just about any product they want to be on the supermarket shelf or in the restaurant all the time. And that's over. That's kaput, okay? And I don't think it's coming back. So perhaps the United States will suffer a similar fate. Now, open up the ears, okay? Perhaps the United States will suffer a similar fate and experience a permanent, listen, a permanent shortage of some products. Not all, some. Or maybe the labor shortage will miraculously get resolved by, don't laugh, potato, and the Democrats. Shh. Don't say it. But to be completely honest with you, I'm doubtful the situation will get better anytime soon. I didn't. Stop it. So, I will leave this link in the description box below so you guys can have references. Don't start. Just take a sip of coffee. All right? I love you. Damn it. Okay. So, also, in yesterday's video, we were talking about the ATMs and how I focused in on Bank of America, right? With the ATMs, you can't get money out. All right. So last night, I was bringing Mom home. She wanted to stop at her bank, which is SunTrust. There's signs on all the SunTrust, because we went to different SunTrust, all the SunTrust ATM, no, all can't get money. No money out of the SunTrust. So it's SunTrust and Bank of America. And so what else? I know this is probably asking a little bit too much, but what banks are you also seeing? Is it your personal bank? You can't get money out of the ATM? I'm with a credit union. Okay, so I generally don't go to my bank branch unless it's absolutely necessary. So what bank are you with, and can you get money out of the ATM? And if you can still get money out of the ATM, have they put more limits on how much you can get out? Because generally, isn't it like a limit of like $300 a day or something like that that you can take out? Because from what I understand, they lowered that limit. But now you can't get money out at all. So get back to me on that. All right, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay positive, keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.